Cheikh Tiote, the midfield warrior of Ivory Coast and Newcastle United. Cheikh Ismael Tiote, June 21, 1986 – June 5, 2017, was one of the most iconic footballers of Ivory Coast's golden generation. Renowned for his fearless playing style, relentless spirit, and unwavering heart on the pitch. A journey across Europe, Tiote began his European career in the Netherlands with FC Twente, where he quickly established himself as a key player. In the 2009-2010 season, he helped lead the club to a historic Eredivisie championship, a milestone moment in Twente's history. A symbol at Newcastle United. In 2010, he joined Newcastle United, where he became much more than a holding midfielder. He became a symbol of grit and determination. During his 7-year tenure, he earned admiration for his fierce tackling, tireless energy, and, most memorably, his thunderous equaliser against Arsenal in 2011 that capped one of the Premier League's greatest comebacks. A 4-4 draw after trailing 0-4. Pride of Ivory Coast. Tiote earned 52 caps for the Ivory Coast national team, playing in multiple Africa Cup of Nations and World Cup tournaments. His contributions were vital in Ivory Coast's triumphant AFCON 2015 campaign, where they finally claimed the continental title after years of near misses. A tragic farewell. On June 5, 2017, during a training session with his new club Beijing Enterprises in China, Tiote suddenly collapsed and passed away at the age of 30. His untimely death sent shockwaves through the footballing world. In Ivory Coast, in Newcastle, and in the hearts of fans everywhere. He will forever be remembered as a warrior who never backed down. Clapperboard Ugo Ihiogu, the silent captain and his lasting legacy. In the world of football, where the spotlight often favors flashy stars, Ugo Ihiogu stood out in a different way, quiet, resilient, and full of heart. Born on November 3, 1972, he wasn't just a rock-solid defender for club and country, he was also an inspiration both on and off the pitch. Briefcase: A warrior's journey. Ihiogu began his professional career with West Bromwich Albion, but it was at Aston Villa where he truly made his mark. For nearly a decade, he was a defensive pillar, helping the club lift 2 League Cups in 1994 and 1996, glorious years still cherished by Villa fans. In 2000, he moved to Middlesbrough for a club record £8 million, continuing his impressive career by securing yet another League Cup title in 2004. He also wore the shirts of Leeds United, Rangers, and Sheffield United, before retiring in 2009. Globe: A place in history. In 1993, Ugo made history by becoming the first black player to captain England's U21 team in an official match, an iconic moment that reached far beyond sport. Marking progress and pride, he went on to earn 4 caps for the senior England team, including a memorable goal in a 3-0 victory against Spain in 2001. Brain: A mentor beyond the game. After hanging up his boots, Ihiogu didn't walk away from football. Instead, he dedicated himself to nurturing the next generation. As head coach of Tottenham Hotspur's U23 team, he became a guiding light for young players, instilling in them not just skill and discipline, but humility and purpose. Many of those players still speak of him with deep respect and affection. Heartbreak: a sudden goodbye. On April 20, 2017, during a training session at Tottenham's facility, Ugo Ehiogu collapsed after suffering a heart attack. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he passed away the next morning at just 44 years old. His death sent shockwaves through the football world. Glowing star: a legacy that lives on. After his passing, his wife Gemma established a charity fund in his name, ensuring that Ugo's spirit of generosity and mentorship continues to impact lives. To fans, teammates, students, and his family, Ugo Ehiogu never truly left. He lives on in every memory, every story, every dream he helped shape. Connie Hawkins, the soaring pioneer who paved the way for legends like Michael Jordan. Basketball, July 17, 1942, October 6, 2017. When we talk about the pioneers who shaped modern basketball, one name stands tall: Connie Hawkins. Known for his graceful style and aerial artistry, Hawkins was a trailblazer whose influence opened the door for icons like Julius Erving and Michael Jordan. Glowing star: a prodigy from the streets of Brooklyn, born in the basketball hotbed of Brooklyn, New York, Hawkins dazzled crowds from an early age. At Boys High School, he led his team to back-to-back championships in 1959 and 1960. Earning All-American honors from Parade magazine in 1960. He was a rising star destined for greatness. Warning: a rising star caught in a nightmare just as his career was taking off. Scandal struck. In his freshman year at the University of Iowa, Hawkins was wrongfully linked to a point-shaving scandal. Despite the lack of evidence, he was expelled and banned from the NBA. A brilliant future suddenly derailed, but this was only the beginning of an incredible journey. Trophy dominating every league outside the NBA in the ABL. He exploded with 27.5 points and 13.3 rebounds per game, winning the MVP title in 1962. After the league collapsed, he toured the world with the Harlem Globetrotters, 1963 to 1967, showcasing his unmatched flair and showmanship. Then came the ABA, where Hawkins led the Pittsburgh Pipers to the 1968 championship and was named ABA MVP. His brilliance could no longer be denied. Fire: a triumphant return to the NBA after years of legal battles. Hawkins finally won the right to play in the NBA. In his debut season with the Phoenix Suns, 1969, he averaged 24.6 points and 8 rebounds, earning an NBA All-Star selection and proving he belonged among the elite. Sports medal: a legacy etched in basketball history. 4-time NBA All-Star, 2-time ABA First Team, and in 1992, a long overdue honor, induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Heartbreak: the final chapter of a heroic journey. Connie Hawkins passed away in 2017 at the age of 75 in Phoenix, Arizona. His death marked the end of a life filled with both injustice and triumph, but his legacy lives on in every high-flying dunk and every fearless young baller who dares to dream big. Clapperboard: Connie, the Hawk. Hawkins was more than a player. He was a symbol of resilience, justice, and unbreakable spirit. Don't look away, because you're about to witness the untold story of one of basketball's most unforgettable pioneers. Aaron Hernandez, from NFL superstar to a dark, tragic fall behind bars scandal, November 6, 1989 – April 19, 2017. He was a football prodigy, a beast, on the field for the New England Patriots. But behind the helmet and the touchdowns lay deadly secrets. American football, a rising star destined for greatness, born in Bristol, Connecticut. Aaron Hernandez rose quickly through the football world. At the University of Florida, he became one of the most dominant tight ends in college football history, winning the John Mackey Award in 2009. In 2010, he was drafted by the New England Patriots in the 4th round. In his rookie season, he made an immediate impact, scoring 7 touchdown receptions, and forming a legendary tight end duo with Rob Gronkowski. The future looked unstoppable. Balance scale from stadium lights to courtroom trials, but just as his star was shining brightest, everything came crashing down. In June 2013, the body of Odin Lloyd, a semi-pro football player and acquaintance of Hernandez, was found shot near his home. Within days, Hernandez was arrested. In 2015, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Worse still, he was also suspected in a double homicide from 2012, though he was later acquitted in that case. A shocking truth hidden inside his brain after his death. Scientists discovered something chilling. Hernandez's brain showed signs of stage 3 CTE, a degenerative brain disease caused by repeated head trauma. He was only 27, yet his brain resembled that of someone twice his age. CTE can cause violent behavior, paranoia, memory loss, and depression. Could this condition have played a role in his downward spiral? Skull and Crossbones: The Mysterious End Behind Prison Walls on April 19, 2017. Just 5 days after his acquittal in the double homicide case, Hernandez was found hanging in his cell. He left behind cryptic letters and an ocean of unanswered questions. Clapperboard: From Reality to the Screen, a lost legend. Aaron's story has become the subject of multiple documentaries and media investigations, most notably the Netflix series, Killer Inside: The Mind of Aaron Hernandez, which dives into the dark web of his talent, trauma, and tragedy. Puzzle piece: Aaron Hernandez wasn't just an athlete or a criminal. He was a symbol of how brilliance, trauma, and hidden battles can collide in devastating ways. His story forces us to ask, how many stars are burning bright, while silently falling apart? TV, don't look away. The journey from gridiron glory to prison tragedy is more real, more haunting, and more human than fiction could ever write. Nicky Hayden, the Kentucky Kid, and the inspiring, tragic ride to MotoGP glory. Checkered Flag. July 30, 1981 – May 22, 2017. In the world of speed, where racers gamble their lives at every turn, one small-town boy from Kentucky made the world stand still and whisper his name, Nicky Hayden. Motorcycle: From a dirt track dreamer to a global racing warrior. Born and raised in Owensboro, Kentucky, Nicky Hayden wasn't from a country known for producing motorcycle legends. But from an early age, he showed a burning passion for racing. Alongside his racing brothers, Nicky began competing as a kid, winning junior titles and capturing hearts with his natural talent and humble charm. He quickly became known as the Kentucky Kid, a nickname that would one day echo across MotoGP podiums. Trophy MotoGP and the glory of 2006. In 2003, Hayden joined the prestigious Repsol Honda team, stepping onto the world stage. Then came the legendary 2006 season, one of the most dramatic in MotoGP history. Against all odds, Nicky dethroned the great Valentino Rossi, ending his 5-year winning streak and claiming the MotoGP World Championship. That title wasn't just a trophy, it was a symbol of perseverance. Of the small-town kid who took on the giants and won. Wrench Ducati years and the Superbike chapter. From 2009 to 2013, Hayden raced for Ducati, though he didn't rack up big wins. He was respected for his professionalism, grit, and unwavering team spirit. In 2016, he made the switch to World Superbike, racing with 10Kate Racing Honda. He shocked everyone by winning a race in Malaysia, proving that his fire still burned bright. Heartbreak, a tragic end off the track. On May 17, 2017, while out cycling in Rimini, Italy, Hayden was hit by a car, suffering devastating head injuries. After 5 days in a coma, he passed away on May 22, just 35 years old. Glowing star, a champion spirit that will never fade. Nicky Hayden is remembered not just for his 2006 championship, but for his genuine smile, kind heart, and humble nature. He was a racer, a brother, a hero, and a role model to fans around the world. Dubbed the Kentucky Kid, may have left the track for good, but the roar of his engine and the courage he carried through every corner will echo forever in the soul of racing. TV, stay tuned. This is more than a story about speed. It's about heart, hope, and a rider who proved that dreams from a small town can conquer the world. David Torrance, the dual-blooded star who ran beyond borders, until fate caught him. November 26, 1985, August 28, 2017. In the world of track and field, where champions are often born into powerhouse nations, there was one man who defied all borders, backgrounds, and expectations. His name was David Torrance. Man running from California's streets to the global stage. Born in Tarzana, California, to a Peruvian mother, David Torrance grew up with a blend of cultures and one blazing dream: to run beyond limits. He first rose to fame at Loyola High School, where his talent was undeniable. At the University of California, Berkeley, Torrance stunned the running world by setting a freshman record in the 1.500 meters with a time of 3 minutes 43 seconds and 62 milliseconds, an elite time for such a young athlete. Second-place medal, international success, and a nation reclaimed. Representing the United States, Torrance earned a silver medal at the 2014 World Relays and another at the 2015 Pan American Games in the 5.000 meters. His performances placed him among the finest American middle-distance runners of his era.